Welcome to the InSinkErator How to Select and Use a Food Waste Disposer Guide. As you move through the range of food waste disposers, from the entry level through to our premium Evolution 200 disposer, your experience will vary considerably. Your selection should be based on the experience you want from your food waste disposer. If you're after the least amount of noise and the ability to grind more challenging food scraps such as stringy vegetables, you should look at the Evolution series. All are quiet, particularly Evolution 200, which also offers the finest grind. This is definitely our superior model and offers the customer an ideal in-home experience. If you're looking for basic grinding technology and noise is a lesser concern, then models 46 or 56 deliver strong, reliable performance. Model 66 is the most powerful of the standard M series and has the ability to grind common food scraps efficiently, making waste disposal quick and easy. Remember, an InSinkErator food waste disposer can be fitted with any sink with a 90mm sink waste opening, which you will typically find is the standard opening now. You will require a waste disposal sink connector kit that looks like this if you are fitting to a double bowl sink. This can be purchased at leading hardware and plumbing suppliers. Food waste disposers can also be fitted to a single bowl sink, as the installation of a disposer does not interfere with the normal functioning of the sink. You're still able to wash dishes as you would normally with it fitted. Of course, they can be retrofitted if not installed at the time of building. Now let's take a look at how to use a food waste disposer. Turn the cold water onto a medium stream. It must be cold water as it solidifies fats and allows them to be flushed away. Turn on the disposer and gradually feed in the food scraps. Continue to run the water for about 10 seconds to allow all ground food particles to be flushed through the plumbing. An InSinkErator food waste disposer does not need regular servicing, nor does it require manual cleaning. We stress that you should never put cleaning solvents or chemicals of any type down the food waste disposer. Some people choose to grind a handful of ice cubes to clean the grind chamber, and periodically grinding some lemon wedges to keep the disposer smelling fresh. We're often asked, what can a food waste disposer grind, as it's thought that they're just for fruit and vegetables. While it's true that they do dispose of fruit and veggie scraps, they're capable of much more. Let's take a look at some of these items now. Chicken bones and chop bones. Note, if they're too large to fit in the disposer chamber, then don't attempt to grind them. Seafood. This includes fish bones and prawn shells, which will save you freezing them in summer waiting for bin day. Meat and dairy, which is great because many of these items are not appropriate for disposal in compost beds. Therefore, food waste disposers are a great complement to composting as a method of food waste management. Coffee grounds and tea bags. Just remove the string on the tea bag and grind as you would other food scraps. Our top-of-the-range food waste disposer is the Evolution 200, and it features 3-stage grind technology. Don't worry what you can and cannot grind. The Evolution 200 grinds virtually all food waste. This includes stone fruit pips and stringy fibrous food scraps such as celery and banana peel. They're also great for scraps such as eggshells and artichoke stems. As a word of caution, we do advise you to not grind oyster shells. While it will grind the shells with ease, oyster shells have a silicon base, and the fine particles may settle in the plumbing. For this reason, we say avoid disposing of oyster shells in your food waste disposer. In addition to this, never pour grease, oil, or fats down your food waste disposer. You should never pour these items down any sink, regardless if there is a food waste disposer in place or not. One of the myths we often hear are that food waste disposers contain blades like a blender, and this is simply not true. Let me show you using this Evolution 200 disposer that we've cut away so you're able to see inside the chamber. These are the lugs. When the unit is turned on, the lugs swivel on this spinning plate. and acts like a hammer effect on food scraps. The lugs on the spinning plate break down the food, pushing it against the stationary grind ring you can see here. Only when the ground scraps are small enough to pass through these tiny holes in the grind ring does it pass through into the plumbing to be washed away to a wastewater treatment plant. Our most superior units grind food to the size of half a grain of rice. Yes, that small. Let's take a look at the convenience of the air switch. It's a non-electrical component that provides a safe and easy way to turn the disposer on and off. A simple push-button switch sends an air pulse through a thin plastic tube to the disposer switch unit. This activates and deactivates the disposer and eliminates the need for a separate wall switch. Please note the air switch can be disabled if wall switch operation is preferred. This will require an electrician hardwiring the unit and should never be attempted by people who do not hold the relevant qualifications. It's delivered to you in air switch mode. If you wish to disable the air switch, as you would prefer to use a wall switch, simply follow these easy instructions. Push one end of the PVC tubing into the spout of the push button bellows. Take the other end of the air tube and firmly push it over the end of the spout of the air switch, which is located on the bottom of the unit. Depress the air switch one time until you hear the switch click. Remove and discard the push button bellows and PVC tubing. The disposer may now be activated by a wall switch. Finally, if you have any questions that you would like addressed in more detail, call our customer service line. And remember, InSinkErator knows disposals best because they were our idea. Headquartered in Wisconsin, USA, InSinkErator is a business unit of Emerson and is the world's largest manufacturer of food waste disposers. InSinkErator disposers are made in the USA, and we remain committed to continually improving the technology we originally invented. With today's Evolution series, the food waste disposer has come a long way, and so too has the experience for the customer. For a more hygienic and convenient approach to food waste management, install an InSinkErator food waste disposer.